Well, good morning, everyone. And once again, welcome to another live this morning. Hope you're having a great start to your day. I certainly am. Had my bacon and eggs this morning and sausage, ready to go for the day. We're going to talk about that this morning. Good morning to my dear friends. Kevin, how are you? Sunny Oshawa, Andrea, Niagara Falls, Francis Marie, good morning. Mike from Norland, and Chantal, Ottawa. Jeanette, good morning. And from our staff, and Rosalinda, Niagara Falls, Lisa Marie, Nick from our staff, John, Elgin, Illinois, Brahim from Portland, Oregon. Rita, good morning. And Brian, how are you? Suzanne, good morning. Frida from Sudbury. Mary, how you doing? And Carrie, Nebraska. Have you had your bacon and eggs yet? We're going to talk about that this morning. Jen, and I missed somebody there. Georgie, Halifax. Wanda, Ridgeway, Vera, good morning, Newfoundland, and Jan from Mission, Texas, and Gary from Bolton, Denise, good morning, Leela from Verner, and Sandra from Brampton, Donna, Newfoundland, and Donna from Park Hill, Ontario, Fran, Orangeville, good morning. Karen, Kincardine, Lorraine, British Columbia. That means it's bright and early this morning. Claire, good morning. And Gary from Bolton. Oh, I already said that, didn't I? Faye, Nippy PEI, good morning. And Wanda from Virginia. Sue, good morning. And Babika from Illinois, Barbara, Kansas, and Chantal from Espanola, and Dave from Windsor, Yolande, bonjour, and Francis Marie from, she's saying good morning to her niece, Christine. Good morning. We appreciate you guys. And from Wyoming, Sharon. Rose, Peterborough, Maryland, from Edmonton, bright and early there too. Sue, good morning. Louise, we appreciate you guys. Thank you very much for coming. Okay, now, did you have your bacon and eggs this morning? Did you? The breakfast of champions, okay? Now, I am going to do a little bit of teaching again this morning because somebody asked me on the weekend and I had to go over it, why I believe what I believe. We're going to talk about the advantages of animal kingdom, okay? I divide food into two kingdoms, actually three kingdoms, okay? Now, I did this 25 years ago in a book I wrote, The Three Kingdoms of Food, okay? One is the animal kingdom. And we talked about the importance of that, and we'll get into that this morning a little bit more. The second kingdom is the plant kingdom, okay? And in the plant kingdom, you have really fruits and vegetables. The plant kingdom. Are they good? Absolutely, they're good, okay? Third, we have man's kingdom of food. Those are your crappy carbohydrates, and most foods in the middle aisles of your grocery store, including cereals, and 99% of all the breads that are there, are in what I call the man-made kingdom. It's not really nature at all. You look at bread and you go, that's natural, isn't it? Nah, but they changed things. They changed the wheat. Wheat isn't what it used to be. They changed it because it went from roller, okay, where the complete wheat germ and all your vitamins and your proteins and that were there, and now you've got what they call enriched bread because of the processing, the way they make it, and the flour has changed. So now you have what I call the man-made kingdom. And what I put in the man-made kingdom is important because what I include there is milk. It's man-made. That's not what comes out of the cow. When you get to the grocery store and you look at milk, and in that I'm including plant-based milks. Folks, that stuff's not good for you. Almond milk and soy milk and milk in the grocery store milk. That is man-made stuff, guys. It's been denatured. So I put it into another kingdom. So this morning, I want to start off, okay, so you got those three kingdoms. I want to start off by talking about why do I personally believe that the animal kingdom, as far as foods, are superior to the other, of course, to the third kingdom, man-made, but even to plants and fruit. Far superior. I want to get into that this morning, trying to educate the folks on why. Okay? Now, this will be repetition for most of you, but it's still good to go over. Okay? It's still good to go over. Because, again, today, we live in a world that has narratives. Okay? Narratives. What do I mean by that? Well, when it comes to animal products, and they say that's not good for you, it's not good for the climate, it's not good for the environment, it's not good for you, because animal products are basically acidic. I actually read an article on the weekend where they were talking about alkaline foods. You can never get cancer with alkaline foods. And guys, I've never seen such nonsense in my life. That the only thing, it's plants that make you alkaline. Folks, that is craziness on steroids. It's craziness on steroids. Because what they forget, okay, what they forget is that your body has a buffering system built in with, listen, Linda, with baking soda, sodium bicarbonate. You know when you put sodium bicarbonate in your fridge, baking soda. Everybody knows baking soda. Your body makes it. Your body makes baking soda to buffer. So when you eat acidic food, a tomato is acidic. Are tomatoes bad for you? No. Because all they think of is tomato, a piece of meat. It's acidic. Not by the time it gets to your gut. it'll be very alkaline, including a tomato. Okay? Including a lemon. A lemon is very acidic. Does that mean it's no good for you? So what? Your body is made to buffer. So now I want to, what would I call it? Double down, triple down, quadruple down on why animal food is the best for you. And I'm not dismissing anybody on the planet. There's a blood test to see if you should eat animal products, not your blood type. Because there was a book written, I actually lectured with the guy, Dr. Peter D'Adamo. Now, he made a lot more money than me, but his theory was faulty. Wasn't true. And that was eating for your blood type. Now, I'm going to tell you about a blood test that you can use to find out whether you should eat animal protein or animal fat. Okay? There's a blood test for it. Did you know that? Yep. Prick your finger. If the blood comes out red, you ought to eat animal protein and fat. Yep. There you go. There's a blood test. Just prick your finger and see what color it comes out. If it comes out green, well, you know what? Animal product is not for you. But if it comes out red, that's a blood type. You're a human being and you're meant to eat animal food. Now let me give you a little anatomy. Your anatomy. Okay? We're going to talk anatomy for a minute or two. A little bit of physiology too. Okay? I want to prove to you that you ought to be eating animal products. Eggs, meat, and cheese. Eggs, meat, and cheese. Eggs, meat, and cheese. Okay? Now, let's go over your anatomy. Very important. Number one, God gave you a gallbladder. It's not part of evolution, and that someday you won't have a gallbladder as we evolve. Nope. You've been given a gallbladder. Use it or lose it. A gallbladder is a little reservoir for bile. Gallbladder doesn't make bile. Your liver makes bile. You make bile. If you're a rabbit, you don't have a gallbladder. If you're a cow, you don't have a gallbladder. But because you're a human being and you're meant to eat fat, animal fat, God has given you a gallbladder. He's given you a liver that produces bile and a gallbladder as a reservoir for bile. Now, you can live without a gallbladder. Many, many millions of people do. But that's not what is meant to be. And the reason you lose your gallbladder is because you didn't use your gallbladder. I tell you what happens with people who develop stones in their gallbladder. They were vegetarians, or they believed that, you know, veggies, salads, and even some chicken was better for you than red meat. Well, that's not true. Okay? That's not true. Your gallbladder is meant, it's a big part of your body. Again, you can live without it because your liver will produce bile. without a gallbladder. Gallbladder is only a reservoir. It dumps bile into your small intestine. Why? Because it is there as an emulsifier of fat. Bile is really important in digestion. Very important. And people don't realize it because they've been lied to. They've even been lied to about their anatomy. You ever hear anybody talk about a gallbladder unless it's diseased? How does it get diseased? Well, you didn't use it. And ladies, look, I don't want to pick on you, but most women like salads, true or false, more than they like steak. They like S, and it ain't vitamin S, because salad isn't a vitamin. Popeye, listen, didn't get those forearms by eating salad and spinach. He really didn't. He lied. Okay? So number one, on the anatomy, is gallbladder. You've been given one. There's a reason for it. Use it or lose it. Okay, number one. Number two, your stomach. Do you know that your stomach, a human being's stomach, is different than everybody else's stomach? What? Yeah, your stomach's not like a cow. Well, first of all, a cow has 4 stomachs. A cow has 4 stomachs. And when you're eating grass, you need 4 stomachs. Okay. Your stomach, by the way, wasn't built for salad. It really wasn't. Your stomach, because of its acidity, a human being's acidity in the stomach is very, very high acidity, meaning a low pH, okay? Very acidic. It's a furnace down there, or at least it's supposed to be. But you see, your stomach, use it or lose it. It's meant for, listen, Linda, listen, your stomach was built for steak, not salad. Salad is actually very hard on your stomach. Did you know that? Yeah, because it changes your pH. You don't need acidity for salad. You need it for steak. You're meant to eat steak. And that's why you have such an acidic stomach. Now, here's what happens when you don't use it. You lose it. You lose that acidity. So what happens? Your body says, holy moly, I better make more acidity. So then your proton pumps within your stomach starts to secrete more acidity. Then it doesn't end up in the right place. The acidity that your proton pumps are making to compensate for your diet, your salad, ends up in your esophagus. That's why you get acid reflux. Acid reflux, primarily, okay, there's a couple of other reasons for it. Acid reflux is not too much acidity. It's too little acidity. It's eating the wrong foods. And the worst thing you can eat for your stomach is sugar and crappy carbohydrates. Why do you think, what is it, 70, 80% of the population have trouble with their digestion? They're eating the wrong food. They're eating the wrong food. So, your anatomy, my friend, Here's some physiology. Okay. Do you know that you do not have an enzyme called cellulase? Okay. Rabbits do. Cows do. You don't. You don't have that enzyme. Cellulase is to break down cellulose. Now you have lipase, amylase, protease. But a lot of people don't realize it's a use it or lose it thing again. Your enzymes, a lot of people have so much trouble with their digestion because they're eating the wrong foods. And you've heard it here first. Fiber is overrated. Because anatomically, okay? Now we talked about enzymes. We talked about your gallbladder. We talked about your stomach. Now let me talk to you about your bowel. Okay? Do you know that human beings have a very small bowel? Now it seems large to us, long to us, but it really isn't compared to, okay? Because when an animal eats plants and lives on plants, they don't need a long bowel. Excuse me. Rephrase that. Sorry. Senior moment. When an animal is meant to live on the plant kingdom, they need a very long bowel, i.e., rabbits and cows. Let them eat the plants to make steak. Okay. You need a shorter bowel. Why? Because you don't need all that length to break down salad. That's overrated. I'm not saying you can never eat it, but you weren't meant to live on that at all, at all, at all. Okay? So think of your anatomy. And I often do that with people. I've been in, debates with people, with doctors, and I say, okay, why do you have a gallbladder? What's your gallbladder for? Of course, they know what it's for, and then I just wait to let them give me the answer. Well, you got a gallbladder because it's there to emulsify animal fat. Yeah. Animal fat. And by the way, guys, okay, let's get into a little nutrition now. Okay? Protein is protein is protein is protein. No, it's not. Okay? You have 3 macros: protein, fat, and carbohydrates. Those are called macros. Okay? And we're going to talk about macros and micros. Macros, the 3 big. Okay? All foods: protein, fat, and carbs. Now, in the animal kingdom, what do you find? You find protein, fat, and almost no carbs. Okay? Almost no carbs. So when you eat eggs, there's not enough carbs in there for anything. There really isn't. When you eat meat, there's no carbs there. Okay? Nothing to talk about. And eggs, meat, and cheese, when you eat cheese, well, there's no carbs in cheese. Well, Dr. Martin, how can that be balanced? Well, you're balancing it with protein and fat. Plus, the bioavailability, we're going to talk about 2 macros for a second. Protein. Take out peanut butter, okay? Let's talk about peanut butter for a second. Because I like peanut butter, okay? I didn't say it was good for you. I said I like it, okay? I like it. Okay, now, if you look at most peanut butters, they're terrible, by the way. They're icing sugar, okay? So if you don't get a natural peanut butter, you're just eating icing sugar, okay? With peanut-flavored icing sugar. Don't ever touch that stuff with a 1,000,000-foot pole. But I want to talk to you about the bioavailability of protein. Okay? So, take out a jar of peanut butter, and it says 8 grams of protein. Let's say in a teaspoon. Okay? Or a tablespoon would be better. And you take out a piece of steak, and it says, pick out a piece that will give you 8 grams of protein. Okay? Is all protein the same? No, it ain't. Not even close. And again, you're talking to a guy that likes peanut butter. But there's no comparison, my friend. There's no comparison between the bioavailability of protein in steak or eggs or cheese compared to peanut butter. It's not even close. The profile of amino acids is not even close. In the animal kingdom, the profile on protein and the essential amino acids is far different from peanut butter or plant protein. You know, people that tell me, oh, doc, you get all the protein you need in the plant kingdom. That ain't true. That's not true. Because of the bioavailability. It's not close. It'd be like the NHL compared to a Pee Wee League. There's a big difference. It's night and day. Your body demands high bioavailability in its protein. Okay? Now let's talk about fats. Let's talk about the fat kingdom. Okay? There's fats in plants. There are omega-3s in plants. Okay? Not in fruits, but in plants. But that is ALA. It's not DHA or EPA. They're only found in the animal kingdom. My friend, listen to me. That is so key. If you look at your brain is made up of DHA fat. You need that DHA and EPA. Tell all your friends who are vegetarians that they're going to have their brain shrinking without DHA. So if they insist on eating plant in the plant kingdom only, please tell them You need to take a supplement every day of DHA, primarily, and some EPA. It's only found in the animal kingdom. Why is that? Think about it. Think with me. Why is that? Must be important. You have to eat it. Even on that, I have debated people and I said, okay, where is DHA found? In what source of food is DHA found in? I'm waiting. Din, 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 din. And they sometimes they don't know the answer. Most of the time they do. Well, it's in the animal kingdom. Yeah, exclusively. There's no DHA in the plants. My friend, that's what your brain is made up of. Use it or lose it. Eat it or lose it. Can I talk about... Okay, so we're talking macros. Let me talk about the other fat. Well, two more. Okay, one of them is DHA and EPA. Where's it found? In the animal kingdom. Here's another one. Cholesterol. Cholesterol. It's not the boogeyman. Cholesterol, by the way, in food is only found in the animal kingdom. There's no cholesterol in plants. It's one of the reasons that the indoctrination has worked. How can bacon and eggs be good for you compared to our cereal? Cereal doesn't have any cholesterol. Bacon and eggs is full of cholesterol. Must be bad. Well, you can't live without cholesterol. God doesn't trust you. God doesn't trust you. 85% of your cholesterol is made by your body. In the liver. You need it. You're responsible to eat 15%, but if you insist on not eating animal products, you're going to be short. You're going to come up short. And just one little sentence, I'm going to say it. You don't get heart disease from cholesterol. I call it the cholesterol hoax. You don't get heart disease from it. I'm sorry. As a matter of fact, one of the things that will protect you more than anything else is cholesterol. HDL. LDL too. They're not the boogeyman. Can I talk to you about vitamins? You see, fat-soluble vitamins are found in the animal kingdom. Vitamin A. Do I talk about that a lot? Vitamin D. Do I talk about that a lot? Vitamin K2. Do I talk about that a lot? Those are found in the animal kingdom only. They're fat soluble. How can fat be bad for you? Good fat coming out of the animal kingdom is good for you. Butter's good for you. Lard is good for you. Bacon and eggs are good for you. With lots of grease. It's good for you. that's where the vitamins are. Steak, that's where the vitamins are. Fat-soluble vitamins. And your body was giving you, you've been given a gallbladder to eat that stuff. So that you absorb fat-soluble vitamins. Folks, I rest my case. I rest my case. Your anatomy, your physiology, the nutritional profile of foods. I rest my case. When someone tells you that's not good for you, animal product is not good for you, run. If you got a doctor telling you that, well, good luck with changing your doctor. But you know what? I'm sorry. They're wrong. I'm not into propaganda. I'm into the truth. Okay, guys. I got excited. We got a great week coming up. We really do. Okay? Tell everyone. Share this, my friend. Share it. Share it on Facebook. Share it with your friends. Give them some information. Information provides choices. I'm big on information. I'm big on it. Education, education. Okay, guys. If you're not part of our private Facebook group, make sure you join. Sign up your friends. Sign up the family. Sign them up. And if you enjoyed this, then remember, they're going to be made into podcasts on the Doctors In podcast. Get folks to download the Doctors In podcast on their favorite smart device. Okay? Guys, we love you. We'll talk to you soon.